Hello everybody, how are you going? And welcome back to Bloons Tower Defence 6, where with the new update came new maps, both in the form of community-made maps, but also we got a good old classic Ninja Kiwi-made map, being Dark Paths. Oh, well that is certainly interesting and not what I expected, and I was wondering how it was going to be different from Park Path, one of my favourite tracks at least, but this does look like it could offer a few other challenges, maybe two separate paths, one after another, but you can't see both if it's going to be raised up. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, and they've got a couple of platforms, so you really want to be very particular with where you want to place things. I guess if I had a sniper, it can see everything. There's sadly no water either on this. Oh. And the main thing I'm wondering is, do they do any sort of a spiral, or do they just go cruising straight on through? Because if they do a bit of a spiral, then it should be able to see just on the edge there, but if they don't, then that's going to be a bit of a problem. I guess, to be honest, there is really only one way for me to be finding out, and so let me just place this guy up here, and if they do any sort of a curve, then he should be able to hit them. So round 3, a whole bundle of reds and blues, but yes, he is able to hit them. That is perfect. I am now wondering though, what is the top path for? Does it switch over every 10 rounds, every 12 rounds, 15 rounds, or is it only a Moab track? I mean, really, if it's not, oh, actually, wait, I didn't even check. Can I place? No, that is definitely track. For some reason, I just assumed that it was track because it looks like track, and I never checked if I could place them there. But so in that case, when do they swap? It has to be soon, unless it's just only for big balloons. I don't know. Either way, now that I am sadly down to 82 lives, I will be buying a Druid of the Jungle, and that will change everything. And look, once again, it went to strong. Why does it automatically go to strong on Druid of the Jungle? I didn't click or press anything, and it just went to strong, but back onto first for you. Well, the Druid has absolutely been flying through the rounds. I guess that's why I've been making so much money, but now around 23 and the Camo Balloon, it's just going to be waltzing straight on through me, and in that case, I guess I should be looking at getting and expanding a couple more towers. The Druid is working very, very well for me, but I will want Camo sooner rather than later, and I don't know how I can really reach into the center there, as that's really where you want to be. Maybe, I guess a bomb shooter could reach that far with a bit of cluster. If I was to put it here, it would eventually be able to get over to there. Otherwise, the Druid and its Heart of Thunder could do some serious work as well. I mean, I would love to be able to put Sorter right about there, but that's never going to happen. And so maybe it's time to bring out a bit of a mortar and just go crashing on the party. To be honest though, it's a little bit scary because I'm now 30 rounds down and I'm yet to see anything come out of that dark path, so to say. I mean, I guess it's come out of the dark cavern, but what about the path? Is this just meant to be a winter's park path? Is that what's going on here? I mean, it feels more than winter with a lot more cracking and mountains going on. But really, when is it possibly going to swap? Is it going to be round 40 or is it only big balloons? But it's weird for it to be big balloons because usually they like to be putting big balloons on really short tracks. And that's quite a long one for the big balloons in comparison to the normal balloons. I might have stuffed myself up here, so I just went ahead and bought another banana farm, but realistically I'm going to be wanting the camo detection, and I don't have enough money to be getting all the way up to signal flare. Would be a nice one is what I was thinking in the middle there. Otherwise I guess I could just go ahead and get a ninja just to be able to service the front. But I just don't know if that's going to work because it just doesn't really have the range where I can put it to be able to take every single person out. I don't want to put it at the back here, that's for sure. So a wizard, maybe a wizard. I can't get what I need though. Dragon's Breath would be lovely. So what? Sorter? Can Sorter see at the front? Oh, I guess if I put Sorter right at the front here, I was going to put Sorter up on the pedestal because I thought it was going to be swapping around. But if that's not going to be the case, I might as well just put Sorter right there. Even though it seems a little bit weird, and I'd love to be able to put her in the middle, I think just putting her up the front here makes the most sense. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving her a bit more range encompassing, but I just don't think it's going to be good. If the Druid wasn't there, that'd be lovely. It's just such a good spot. Surely there's... Oh, I saw it in there somewhere and I will find it again. And so I guess I should probably be turning my attention to round 40 and how I want to be taking that out. Obviously, I've got 4 banana farms that they're cruising along, counting to just under 4 grand now, which is definitely, especially with another couple of rounds, are going to be enough to deal with it. But what do I want? Maybe I could get a sniper so I can also get some more camo going as well. And there's a few different options, maybe just a mauler as well. I mean, I guess like so many maps, even though they are expensive, the Monkey Ace is just going to be so good because it has that just total coverage. There's no wall that can stop the Monkey Ace. It flies above all. And I could get spy plane, but realistically I would just be going ahead and getting a village. Can I fit it up here? I could fit it up there, but there would be no reason to particularly. Maybe over here with a village? It's a little bit of a tough one because I want to be able to include some other people in the village as well. Regardless, if I was to get that, I don't know if I would get enough to make it make sense because I still need a lot of money to get a Spectre, but I think for round 40 it probably just makes more sense for me to try and go a bit of sniper action, night vision goggles, full metal jacket, large caliber, shrapnel shot, list goes on. There we go. It is finally that time where we get to find out where is this mob going to be coming from. Is it going to be cruising along the top of the wall? Is it going to be going down through the dark canyon? Whatever it may be, hopefully I'm ready for it, and I think I may as well look at investing into a little bit more of this, as I guess by the time he's upgraded, they have such stupid range to the point where I would expect it to be able to hit the middle, and then I think long term I would also sell this druid and move it. It was just so I could actually hit something at the start here, but let's just see. If I go all the way up as high as I can, bigger bombs, yeah, and then where is this bad boy going to be coming out? Wow, it is actually coming out of that path. That is very, very, very surprising to me. Hopefully the sniper can just do some work. Oh my goodness, and the druids also, they were a little bit slow on the uptake there. Maybe now that I've got the sniper on strong, I should put you back onto first. But wow. So the top of the wall means nothing besides getting in the way. That's really surprising. So a few rounds and a few changes later, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I'm also still a little bit worried about, wow, massive rushes like that. I think that was camo and no, more so ceramic, but what is going to be making sense? Honestly, I might just grab a bit of a cluster bomb, recursive cluster, and chuck it in the middle. The only question that I am still stuck on though is, do I want to be going village and spectre route, or do I want to be just going, I guess, mortar route, just to be able to take out these camos a little bit earlier, or at least enable some more people to be seeing them? Because right now, it is still only Sorta and the Sniper Monkey. Main Moa would be a decent shout as well, but I think, well, especially for this round, I'm going to put it back onto strong. But I think long term, probably a Spectre is what I'm going to be ending up with. But can I afford to be saving up for it? To be honest, I guess I might as well just get through this round because I know I will be able to get through it, especially with all the abilities at my disposal. I can clean everyone up. That is fine. Now finishing that round with almost 10 grand, and a Spectre is at like 3.2, I think. Oh, sorry, 32-ish to get all the way up to a Spectre. And then the village as well. I'm making a decent amount of money, so I might go for it, especially as the Spectre is the end goal, or I guess a Flying Fortress is the end goal, but the never miss targetings are certainly a nice touch, and it does its own job, so I'm wondering if I can afford to also get the Druids, because I did find a spot in here before where the village does fit, and I don't know if I want to put the village in there, just because that's a very, very prime real estate for so many other towers. Maybe the Druids can just skip a day. Hopefully you should be in range. Let me just see. Bigger radius? Yes, you have village. You guys don't, but that is all right. It gives me enough room to be putting anyone I want up here. Be it ninja, be it alchemist even, be it more druids, be it bananas, anything like that. But right this second, I'm gonna go for one of you. So looking around, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. Even the touch of the cluster bomb's really working, as it's kind of a timing thing, but by the time everyone is getting broken down, is getting in range of the cluster bomb, and they just get taken out right before they even do any spins, let alone when they start doing spins, then it's going to be a bit of a world of pain for them. But already now, halfway to the Spectre, with plenty of my abilities at my disposal, as I'm not using any of them, and it's still pretty darn easy. So I'm liking this. I'm liking what I've got going here. I'm sure there's some better way to be doing it, but this Spectre is going to make them all redundant as soon as I can get it. Whoa. Let me just be breaking some of those leads up. Holy moly. I guess how do I want to be dealing with that? I guess maybe a wizard would do, or if I can... Even a bomb shooter up the front there in range of the village perhaps could do it. I mean, I was hoping to get Spectre involved, and it will also then deal with those in a second. Maybe that's what it will be. Sadly, I won't have it for round 60, but I'm not exactly worried for round 60. I can just do a little bit of this and be done with it. There we go. Look at that. Everyone's broken down. I could have timed it a little bit better, but it'll still be all right. Look at that. Everyone is gone and almost able to buy a Spectre. You know, I'll give it a second. Come on, give me that, and boom, Spectre it is. And now it's sit back and relax time. Now about 10 rounds later, there is still very, very little to worry about. I've got money rolling in. I've got towers that are completely unused. I've got towers that are completely, well, not overused, but living up to their expectations. And everyone else is just hanging out, making me more money as we head towards round 80. Look at this. Nothing even coming out the gate, basically. Well then, 79 rounds later, this has been actually all right. Yes, I did lose a couple of lives in the beginning, but once I was actually able to see in the middle and at the start, it's actually been okay. And of course, once I can see the entire track, it is very, very nice. And so I think I may very well be saving up the Flying Fortress as of right about now, but I don't think there is going to be anything to worry about as this Zom comes out. I don't believe there is anything I want to be spending my money on either. I've got the snipers, I've got the bomb shooters, I've got the big bomb shooter up the top, and everyone's just fine and dandy. So let me just get this over and done with. The banana farms obviously would agree with me as well, and I could use an ability or two, but I don't think I really need to. I don't even particularly think that the DDTs are going to be too much of a problem, considering I do have the village. I mean, yes, they will be fast and it's not a particularly long track, but is there anything else I can really do to be stalling them? I mean, I've got the guys that can see them, I've got the people that can stall them, I've got everyone else that can attack them. I don't think there's really anything else I can do. Maybe a village over here. Oh, if I could fit a village over there, that would be nice. Just so the Moab assassins can see it. Perhaps that would be a decent thing long term, but realistically, by the time I start looking at that money, I'm almost going to be able to afford the Flying Fortress. Ah, yes, there they are, and right as I expected, they didn't pose any problem. Wow, look at that. The snipers just took care of them, no dramas, and so maybe I should just get some more snipers just so I can hold and pick off all the different ones that I need. I believe that I should be able to afford it this round, if nothing else just for the banana farms. I just have to make sure that everyone can see and take out what they need to be seeing. There we go. Goodbye DDTs, goodbye everyone else. I did want to slow it down because I got a little bit scared, but in about $500 time, I should be able to afford it. Come on, don't hold back on me now. There we go. Flying Fortress it is, and my goodness, it is a flying beast, and it will make a bit of a difference in the long term. And here we go now, time for the big old purple guy, but he is not going to stand a chance. The banana farm certainly agree with me with that, and I got a monkey ace. Wow, thank you very much. Plenty of room and time left on the map. Of course, the cripple mob did help with the Flying Fortress together. It just didn't stand a chance. Really, I think one of the saddest parts about making it all the way up to round 117 has been the fact that I haven't been able to get my beautiful monkey pirate lord just right slap bang in the center there, that just has so much range and so much ability, just with all of these different layers to park path. It really does work quite well, but when they go ahead and put walls up instead, it's just not the same. I was just clicking around and having a look at what everyone's got, and I went, hang on a second, the Spike Factory has 80, and I believe it was from that round just then with the 3 bads. However, I only have 81 lives. Yes, I do have the 25, so it's more like 106. But the Spike Factory basically just saved me all my lives. So I'm glad that I put it down there, but it does mean that I'm getting towards the end of my tether. And yes, I have 55 grand, but I can't just continually and continue to put specters down. That just seems a little bit ridiculous. So who? Super Monkey? I am thinking maybe some Mortar Monkeys just to really hammer the center to like absolutely crazy. I don't know if I go ahead and put a bundle of them up around here, or maybe another village even. But who else? I guess I could put Razor Rotors in the center, but now some people I'm sure are just going to have a much better way to be spending $50,000. But for me, I went, you know what? I never really used a Mortar Monkey, so I might as well give it a go. And I haven't been able to get everything that I want just yet, but that was about $50,000 that I just spent on them. And hopefully they treat me well, because like I said, the balloons did get decently far, but I think especially with that spiral in the middle, 4 of them like that, they should be able to do some serious damage if they ever get that far again. Oh, here we go. We've got a couple of DDTs just racing into the middle, and so I want to be seeing, I think they're kind of sadly being taken out before they even get there, but as soon as they do get there, they certainly seem to be being taken out very, very quickly. I guess with everyone just homing in on the center there's not going to be much time for them to be staying alive, but I think the Mortar Monkeys are doing a decent amount of damage, so maybe I do need to be saving up for Bloon Incineration. Ooh, I think I just saw a DDT somehow make it out of there alive, and that was pretty darn insane. Let me just see, did you get, now 763 pop counts. I'm glad that I have there, and honestly, stuff it, I'll add another 1 or 2 or 4 or whatever I want, because I simply just keep making money and I don't know really what to do with it all. Ooh, I just went to get a drink of water and I didn't even see them just go absolutely flying through the first half of the map. My goodness, I was about to say, wow, around 137 was going just fine. That was completely insane. The timing on that, I was looking away entirely. Wow, well then, I guess my monkey star was quite clearly always going to be the flying fortress, but in the end I ended up with quite the variety of towers, some of which I never really even used, and so it was good to see that the mortar monkeys and whatnot, even though not everything was constantly there, look at them, they got hundreds of thousands of pops just between the few of them over the, I don't know, maybe what it's 10 rounds, 15 rounds, 20 rounds, even the elite sniper, never get it, but it was one of the highest out of everyone, so I'm pretty happy for a first attempt on Dark Path. Like I said, Park Path is one of my favorites. I think it's one of the nicest balanced map. Like I said, just being able to put the Pirate Lord in the center, it's a very nice touch, but I think this Dark Path mixed it up enough, just cutting straight through the center, no other options. Surprising that I never used the top of the wall, but hey, each to their own, and I guess it is what it is. This is the kind of mixture that you need to be defeating Dark Path.